It's time for Power Hour.
Hey traders, welcome to the stream. It's the first of the month, and we have kind of an immediate reaction via price, not just on Bitcoin, but you saw on the semiconductors. We discussed this, right? You want to be looking out and watch, because a new bi-yearly candle, new quarterly candle, new monthly candle all at the same time, you get that. The bots, the algos, funds, they decide to reallocate, and we get rotations. So we get some more data in the coming weeks. We'll know which rotation's happening, but you can see almost immediately no love on Apple at all, right? Apple, nothing, garbage for like months, and then all of a sudden, up 2%. Nvidia down 4%. Tesla down 4%. Meta down after hitting all-time highs yesterday, like they flipped a switch. So we'll look at those, but yeah, just looking at Bitcoin, elephant in the room here. We discussed. One does not simply go into Mordor, hit the second gate of the airlock of Mordor, and fail to break it, not once but twice locally. Couldn't even get to the orcs. And yeah, confirmation high. That's what happened. Here we are, catching some resolution off that confirmation high on the 4-hour. And unfortunately, on the daily, it's turning into something a little more significant, where to lose 106.2, 106.150 is real bad. I mean, there's nothing here, chat, until like 103 or lower. So I do think we have more downside now. There just is. Like, hey man, you can make an argument all day above 106.2 for maybe they're going to hold on to the level and miracle's going to happen. We're going to go to 109, but no, not below it. You can't make an argument. So, and then the issue is the rule of three here. We are now on our third discernible peak on the daily, and now trading below literally all resistance. And there were a multitude, right? 106.2, the old candle high close, all-time highs, even formal bearish back test before collapsing to, the 74s, right? That happened in January. Lost it. They attempted to break the December 17th, 2024 old all-time high, and right, another test in January 20th of this year. They failed. Here's the problem. Not one time did they fail. 2 times they have failed. I'm sorry. That sucks. That's terrible. And guess what? Both of these highs, these arrows pointing to these highs, lower than this high, which is also lower than this high. So GG no re for now. Technically speaking, GG no re on Bitcoin. You just wait until 103K, 102K, and then pray. And then hopefully, and that's not even that big of a deal of a level. The bigger level, I'm sorry, is $100,000, 99.3. It just is. So until we're recapturing all those levels, you have to stay on the side of the sellers. Sellers are showing their prominence right now. Gosh dang, man. We couldn't even get to the millions of orcs chip flipper. It was too weak. There was such a lack of demand that they could not even see the Nazgul and the orcs. Pathetic elves, men, and dwarves. But there was no Gandalf, so no Gandalf on this third attempt. Pathetic. All right, so we got 45 minutes till the daily close. You just got to wonder, in power hour, last 60 minutes before the daily close, how low we're going to go. On the 4-hour, we are now trading below that 4-hour 200 simple moving average. I mean, you got as high as 106.1 and now just, down nearly 1,000 points from the peak of this 4-hour candle. It's real bad. I guess rejecting the 200 moving average. There's just nothing here. 102.6, 103. Okay, I hope your miracle hopium. There's not even hopium. Like, technically speaking, there's no hopium. It's just all around bad. And they chose to conclude everything on the first day of the new bi-yearly, new quarterly, new monthly candle. After making all-time highs on all those time scales. Yep, highest monthly close ever yesterday, Highest quarterly close yesterday. Highest bi-yearly candle close yesterday. The daily, though, it wasn't great. It was like that level that is so undeniable. They reversed it there. They bearish engulfing. And now you're catching a follow-through of the bearish engulfing candle. That's never good. That is confirming its trueness, its validity. As a Japanese candlestick reversal at a key inflection point, it's just not great. It's not what you want to see. I don't make the rules. It's not my fault. Yeah, T is a bit 3 falling peaks potentially, right? It's potential 3 falling peaks. Why? Because the confirmation line is at 98.2. That's by the book, right? A confirmation line of that 3 falling peaks is the second valley's low confirmation. It would confirm the validity of the pattern. So don't even worry about that, man. Like, let's not even talk about 3 falling peaks until we're down there. But the unfortunate situation is the downside potential here is vast. Where, I mean, not vast. I mean, oh my God, dude, 5%. I know people here would be homeless if Bitcoin goes down 5%. People would just literally rip the internet out of their walls and they'd be done forever. Okay, if we go down 5.3%. And then we go to, like, you know, the bottom of this channel, we've been confined in, it's been well respected. You got like 6.88%. And that's pretty much where the confirmation line is anyway of that potential massive 3 falling peaks. Okay, there you have it, man. Sorry. I guess the obligatory...
Can devs do something? Every day I'm checking the price and it's dipping. Every day I check the price, bad price. I can't take this anymore. I have overinvested by a lot.
All right. The devs have left the building. Real quick before we get too far into this, just want to say, look, dude, I've got a team that relies on me. All right. Maybe it doesn't matter as much to me, but guess what? It does matter, and I care about those people. So it is the first of the month. So it is the best day of all days to join the Patreon, okay, where you get access to trade setups, education, more access to me, my charts. I'm posting daily in charts only. There's like chats and stuff that are premium only. But above all the value you get out of the Patreon, remember, above all, and I say this all the time, you're supporting a content creator who never sold out in 7.5 years. All right, I stayed true to you. I never took money from any entity to promote to you. I never monetized. So how many hours of your life have I saved you where you don't have to watch advertisements? You don't have to get affiliate marketing links shoved down your throat every time, okay? So like at the beginning of the month, first few days, I'll promote the crap out of it. And then you'll never hear me talk about it again. And that's it. That's the catch of watching a crowdsourced, 100% crowdsourced content creator, okay? You got to listen to this once a month. Oh man, oh my God, it's so tough to hear. But again, man, that's how it goes. If it's not you, it's literally no one. So thank you. All right, so that's Bitcoin. Let's look at the Bitcoin futures chart, because I'm sorry. Once again, chat. Right, they created another gap yesterday. And guess what? Gap filled. Well, it was, I guess it was, when we looked at it, there was an unfilled gap on Sunday evening, and then it filled, and then now look, today we had this drawdown, and we've now officially filled another gap. So it's like 2 gaps filled in 2 days. So now I got a question. Do you not think the next gap's gonna fill? I got bad news for you. It's probably gonna fill. 2 of the 3 filled. Boom, boom. These red magenta lines, that's the gaps where traders settled up on a Friday, and then on a Sunday evening, Bitcoin was higher. Gap needs to fill. That's it. I mean, what do you want? Like, it's perfect TA respect of all degrees. You can't tell me it's not actual artwork how the buyers and sellers, right, responded to a key level, an old all-time high, December 17th last year. They went up and they perfectly tested it again. Hey, look, chat, there's supply at a supply line. I can't believe it. But there's confluence at the supply line with a horizontal line resistance. It's unbelievable. It's actually perfect. So the gap fill, downside potential, let's just get it over with, man. 2.26% downside. And then if things got bad, which I don't know if they'll get bad, but if they do, then you got about 6+% downside. It's about the same percentage downside on spot as futures. 6.88% downside to see the bottom of the channel, 6.66% downside on futures. So there you have it, man. That is a failed test. Not once. Remember the tweezer top reversal? They tried again. So it's once, and now it's unfortunately twice. This high and this high locally the same, but they're both lower than this high. This high is lower than this high. There is definitive distribution ongoing despite anything you would believe on Twitter. Okay? There is distribution via technicals. Until there's not. Until we get a piece of data that comes in and it's a God candle and we're back above 110.5, fine, let's talk about it. But until then, you cannot, just because you feel a certain way and you're in love with Bitcoin and you're emotional, you cannot ignore what's going on right now. You just can't. The failed breakout attempts, the lower highs, the confirmation of the lower high now, supply lines tested, fail, drawing down. It's happening. So I'm just here to give it to you like a play-by-play to where it's kind of hard to argue with, right? When you're looking at the data and the price action correlation to key levels. Okay. So you could say bull flag all you want, but if you're like trying to long at the top of a bull flag, a down sloping consolidation structure, not going to go well. People in March, April last year were talking about bull flag 2. And guess what? That bull flag continued on for 6+ more months, 8 months total. This was a bull flag. So people so like all I'm trying to do here is talk about it's not a good time to long because you're up against resistance where you might have zero upside potential. We had zero upside potential by the looks of it. Same thing here. Trying to long assets that are up against resistance, 88% retrace from the previous highs, 88% retraces, type 2s, confirmation high. It's the worst level to ever try to take a fresh long. Massive drawdown. Rally, 886, confirmation high locally, worst time to go long, collapse. Right? And that's okay. It recovered, things changed, but I'm talking about the here and the freaking now. I'm not talking about, okay, 2 months from now we're showing positive price action correlation to lower levels. I'm talking about right now, which has been not good. Okay, so that's where we're at on Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin dominance that was taking it on the chin a little bit, and I would imagine now it's big bullish and golden candle. You think this trend's in trouble? 4 days. Oh man, I guess alt season's here again, chat. Yeah, there were already echoes and whispers of alt season already. Yeah, I swear to God, like there were literally people that were unironically being like, dude, alt season's here. It's already here, dude. We're at 66%. This is it. It's time for alts. Like they weren't kidding. They were like actually being real. Still waiting on 70%. Bitcoin market cap dominance, way higher. So just stick with the trend that's, multiple years of higher highs, higher lows. I mean, if you want to fight it, you want to guess that it's over now, you're kind of crazy, kind of insane. All right, so that's your Bitcoin analysis.
Since we started out on Bitcoin, let's go further into crypto.
Okay, here's your Ethereum, down 3.6%. But dude, you're getting an Ethereum. You're getting a really bad candle. You're getting such a lack of demand on this asset that market participants, when the buyers come in, they are unable to even test that 200-day simple moving average as they did in May, mid-May, late May, really late May, as they did early June, as they upthrusted through in mid-June, as they tested as resistance in mid-June. They are now unable or unwilling to even touch it. That is in my opinion, that is some sort of sign of weakness, not strength. Okay, so take it at face value. It's bad. Okay, and then you can scale in and you can see, well, first off, just the channel. Oh, we're going to break, and we're back. Back not in the, it's like being confirmed that this old demand line is now a supply line. And you can really see on less significant time scales right there. It's like one time, I don't know, man. 2 times, yeah, everyone knows. And look at how pathetic it is on the 4 hour. As we were talking about, the 200 moving average, even on this time scale, could at least be tested and touched, until they couldn't because it was so weak. They couldn't do it June 20th, right? And what happened? The consequences of that failure, wow, took us all the way down to $2,100 from that failed 200 test again. And here we are. I'll just zoom it in with the microscope so you can see. Did we touch it? Did the buyers test it? No, they literally failed here too. So the 4 hour should be effortless. Should be nothing, but no, they couldn't do it here or the daily. So you tell me, I mean, is that something you want to really be like, you have high conviction on a long here? Like it might hold here and we rally and we did it, dude. I told you about Ethereum, man. Dude, I told you, bro. You were so bearish on Ethereum. It's like, fine, man. I can't wait for that. But until then, let's just be like, why not wait for, dude, you would have such a better argument as a swing trader, a value trader, if we could get a sell-off here that would take us, I literally did this yesterday. If we could get a sell-off that would take us down here one more time and we start getting stuff like that, you get like, oh, look, man, there's a discernible confirmation low at a key inflection zone. And then, oh, they violated. Oh, they recaptured. Ooh, there's some positive price action here at the same swing low that we've seen positive price action happen again before bigger reversals. Maybe something to think about. It's a little more strategic. It just makes more sense. But here at this point, it's like they tested the level, they rallied it. No forms of confirmation at all. So no one really knows. And now we're watching the wheels kind of fall off this reaction at 2100. Good Lord, dude. I hope y'all are doing better than crypto, because if you're not, I'm sorry, dude. Yep, that's your crypto. We can continue on. We can look at the other ones. It looks like XRP rallied off the lows. Let's go to just the other top ones, and then we'll move on. Solana down over 5%. Let's look at XRP next, down 3%. Well, the dragon pattern's not dead. Okay, you're not. I mean, they could take this thing to 206 and it's still a valid dragon. They could take it to $2, 196. It's still kind of a valid dragon. It's just an unfortunate bearish engulfing candle. There's not much, no kind of bullish patterns can really prevail, play out, catch follow through or bids if like the macro, which is Bitcoin, selling off. So it's actually not too bad yet. I wouldn't be getting worried about XRP till 196, 190 again. And that's it. That's XRP. Not a good day. Okay, whatever. Solana. Big bearish engulfing candle. And it's the same thing, really. Like you want like Ethereum. You would want this if you could help it. You would want that. You would want a second test, a confirmation low. We got one test here locally. Not good enough. That's just, there's not enough for, I think, the masses to have conviction that a more resounding rally is upon us. That typically comes after the second failed attempt from sellers to break it. So I don't really see anything to do here besides just wait maybe for 125 to 130 test again. That's it. They're already kind of breaking this back into this channel here.
Any thoughts on XRP?
I believe I read your mind and did the analysis before you could even tip me. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Tiger Man, let me make sure you got it. I just analyzed XRP. Was that okay, or should I go back? Your call. You're calling if I should go back. Yeah, that's right, James. Pretty much. 36 million scam coins exist now, and yeah, why would anyone in their right mind care? Like, anyone with big money, like, why am I going to care about S coin number 15,427,306? They're not. And the problem is, every one of those scam coins tried to market themselves as something important, as something revolutionary, as something special, and none of them are, none of them were, none will ever be special. And so it is the boy who cried wolf for venture capitalists, people with big money. They're just the only people with big money that will be, you know, getting into these coins are their founders. They've created the scam coins to rug pull you. That's it. That's crypto. That's where we are. Unfortunately, you can thank Trump and Hawk to a Girl and Sam Bankman-Fried fraud and all the losers, the Dogecoins. There have been multiple cycles of losers that have come in at tops that have just killed this market, have made it virtually untradeable. And now you just got so many grifters that have come here and just like, wow, we can't even identify harmonics anymore because there's no one making a market. All right, BNB, here's the issue, right? Like, this head and shoulders, well, I have not erased it. It does not become invalid as an idea until they're taking the price above 675. That would invalidate a head and shoulders idea. Now you have to worry about the thing that I was kind of worried about. Like, I hope this is not it, but dude, what happens sometimes to momentum shifting patterns, they evolve into distribution patterns. You go from head and shoulders into 3 falling peaks situation. And the last thing you want is now to be able to do this. Oh my God. Don't do it. Don't do it to me, man. Don't give me classic distribution like that. The one thing about it that's okay for now, if you're a real BNB fan, you got CZ poster, you know, up on your wall, and you're really excited, and you went to the BNB conference and got a selfie with them. You're not in true technical trouble until the seller's taking out 638, 621. So bearish engulfing candle taking out 3+ days of positive price action. Still above the 200 moving average, so it's not like you're not screwed yet, not completely. It just might be setting up for you to be screwed. I'm hoping not, right? I hope, oh God, it was just a bamboozled bullish engulfing candle tomorrow. All right, Bitcoin's going, you know, I hope, but that hope never really ever comes in these types of situations. So, yeah, not great, man. Let's just pray there's no follow through. Price action tomorrow on the new candle, right? Incoming in 26 minutes to confirm the bearish engulfing candle. Okay, here's an issue, right? I mean, like 661.74. Let's see here. Not really that big a deal, I guess. They tested it. They couldn't even test it. They failed again. Wow, they couldn't even test it. Okay, so how about Doge? Dogecoin, I mean, they react. I don't even, so a reaction, and they've got like Scott Carney's definition, reactions like not a joke. It looked like it was cool that you reacted with the candle, like, you know, immediate reversal at the 886. Okay, that's one thing, but an actual real reaction is when the move off the pattern completion zone achieves at least a 38% retrace. Minimum. You can go to a 618. Like, you would have a valid type 1 reaction if we got this and the rally concluded with lower prices, or this, or even this. That's a type 1 reaction. And then we then test the lows, and then we're getting the type 2 return. Okay, and we're onward, upward, 24, 26. But dude, we didn't even confirm that this is a valid M shape yet, because in order to have a valid M shape, you must meet the criteria of the type 1 reaction, which is an 18.8 cent rally minimum. So we could be looking at a potential harmonic dud idea already. The issue is you're back below all levels of levels. Like, every level you can imagine kind of on Doge, you're below it. And that's just, you got to be hands off on Doge right now. It's just, there's no way to win being long in crypto, and there hasn't been for months. That's it. Unless you bought Bitcoin Cash, which is kind of crazy, man. Like, what kind of anomaly is Bitcoin Cash? Maker was okay, but super liquid. All right, so those are your bigger crypto. Here's Bitcoin Cash, though. It's just unreal. This one's trading above a key resistance, $500, but you're starting to get to those levels where they could up thrust it through it, and they reversed it here in June of last year. So you're starting to push your luck on something. Like, you have some real bearish divergence kind of on the daily. I mean, the problem with anomalous price action of these alts is they typically become unanomalous. They catch up, or they re-correlate with the macro, which is Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes to 102.6, 103 at some point, you can get like a 20% down candle on Bitcoin Cash, where XRP was only down 5%, Ethereum was only down 5-6%, Bitcoin Cash down 20%. What? 372 fast. It can happen. I've seen it. Been in these market, the crypto market, 8 years, and just seen all the S you could think of. So it's cool up here, but you could be painting a shooting star. I mean, this looks like if they close it in 23 minutes as is, we have a potential shooting star reversal on Bitcoin Cash, and we'll really want to be paying attention to that. That's a Japanese candlestick pattern. It's not an opinion. We'll see, though. 23 minutes. Nice stuff, but yeah, okay. I guess we can. Oh, look at total. Jonathan, how you doing, man? Everything okay, dude? Jonathan was into the best coins.
I like turtles. There's bears out here.
Chad, I have some very unfortunate news again. Okay, not an opinion, not like okay, like hopium. It is unfortunate, right? We have the same type of swing high we had on Bitcoin, we have on total market cap. December 2024 and then January. Okay, it's so real. You cannot argue. No one in the world could argue with this validity, okay? Because when they reversed it there, the sell-off and then the rally, and then what they do? A perfect formal bearish back test before what? The correction went all the way down to the lowest low. So that is what we just failed to hold, okay, today. Yes, today, but at the top end, right? You have the zone, just like Bitcoin. It was the traders never settled up above it, ever. There was test, intraday, bearish engulfing candle being confirmed. There's just a lot of downside potential below this zone. Okay, for now, that's just how it is. Okay, I'm giving you the day by frickin' day. Data. Okay. No, that would not be hidden bearish. That would be classic bearish on Bitcoin Cash, potentially. Classic. Classic because you're making a higher high on price and you're making lower levels on the oscillator. Probably more well defined with more candles. Yes, it is, right? You can see it on the 12-hour pretty well. Higher high on price, lower level on the RSI, and then of course just waning positive momentum, right? That is very clear. Bearish divergence up here. Bearish and golden candle being worked on. That would be painted, confirmed in 20 minutes. This is possibly a big up thrust after a big run. And I'm telling you, if they lose it, the downside would be nasty. And then maybe you come in at 391, but that is stupid, maybe a higher low. But even still, there's so much downside potential on assets like this. You just don't want to get hypnotized and be like, dude, it's an outperformer. But the run has been nonstop on Bitcoin Cash since April 8th, April 9th. So just not the time to long is all I'm saying. Okay, you could get really screwed longing this at this point. Okay, but remember the monthly. Dude, this one looked great. It looked amazing, and then it rallied a lot. Off those lows. So, okay, we can go shift gears here. to the SPY, the S&P 500. We did not make all-time highs today. Not intraday, nor with a close, candle close. It was the second highest daily candle close ever. And elevated, but you had some market drivers that sold off pretty bad today, and that is what has stalled out the spider, which is surprising, the fact that it's only down 0.03%, up 0.04% after hours. So just still very elevated, lots of unfilled gaps here. You're just starting to push it, starting to push your luck. These Mag 7s, I mean, like Meta hit all-time highs and reversed. NVIDIA hit all-time highs, big pullback. We could be seeing a rotation. Probably want to get more data than just one day. Dow Jones hitting that 88% retrace. Okay, and just continuing to rally, up 0.91%. Highest daily candle close achieved and confirmed since February 19th. So you're just kind of blasting through the 886, but I got all the gaps. Gap fill, gap to fill, gap to fill. Yeah, two different gaps below us. Another one way back. But yeah, you're just continuing to float on up. Very nice performance on some stocks. Did well today, just not some of the big ones. It's James, man.
Really good channel, Michigan. If you have time, please look at the DFNS chart, which has been on a good run. Van EQS Defense Fund 0.
We will look at it, James. Thank you so much, dude, for the $10 super chat, man. Much love. Yes, we will get through these. You know, so here we are. We got the Nasdaq Composite, down 0.82% today. You can thank Tesla for that, and a few other, the Mag 7, NVIDIA. So they're trying to hold on to what was once resistance for the first time in history. Okay, it's never happened. They're trying to hold it as support, but I would be very careful, because this is a Japanese candlestick reversal sequence right there. That is reversal-ish. I hope not, right? I hope it's like, I'm looking at this like bearish abandoned baby, evening star situation, 3 candles. I hope it's wrong. I hope it's like completely like, haha, dude, it was a joke. How stupid was that to even think about? But I'm just saying, you see enough of these, and it's just like, it is potentially a reversal in the making. Unfilled gap at 19.6. I hope not, right? Again, it's not about what I think. It's just about, hey, look, we studied technical analysis for so long, and like we just have unbiased opinions. We just look at that like, the shark or the bat pattern. Oh yeah, it paused for a second, just continued higher, which is fine. That happens, but I hope it's not real. I hope it's not a topping reversal. Let's see what happens. Evening star, bearish abandoned baby type situation here. IWM, though, different story, where you had broken the key support resistance and bullish engulfing candle. All right, up over 1%. It was the best performing of the index funds. But anything above 213, 209 is good for 230, 234. And, really broke that 200-day simple moving average. You've been struggling at it since June 11th. So cool to see a breakout. I mean, you'd broken out, but just capturing a level, important, and validating bearish divergence for now is really good. And the RSI looks spectacular. I mean, you're at 65.7. That's great, man. Bullish control zone, not overbought. So there's upside to 230. See if it happens. But there we go. Talking about right? Were you really getting stuff like that? Was there any of that going on? I'm telling you, right? The bi-yearly candle, quarterly, monthly, all closed yesterday. There wasn't really like, oh yeah, dude, the small caps are like outperforming, man. The other index fund. Nope. Literally no. And then all of a sudden, the day one of the new bi-yearly candle, wow, the small caps are like outperforming the other index funds now. It's perfect. It's like, yeah, you learn these things as you go on as an analyst, market participant. It's wild. They do it. They flip it like a switch every year. every 6 months. Okay, so your next on gold. Hey man, started catching some bids again. Oh, here we go. Highest daily candle close since June 23rd. They're not giving up. I guess you're just sideways, man. Just sideways consolidation. Nothing massive happening. Just a fixed price on gold for 2.5 months. Fixed price. The threes, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. All right, that's it. It would be freaking nuts to actually see a 34.29 test soon and then breaking it and going all time. I'd be wild. I'd be like so surprised. But like, my God, man, I thought that they had already done the thing that was so crazy. You can't tell me. Are they gonna just do it again? Well, I guess we'll be paying attention to that. Gold, man. In 2 days, off the lows, up 3%. All right. But yeah, you're not out of the woods till you're taking out the previous highs. Because what if they rally it? You know, even here, the lower high again. So not out of the woods. Like Bitcoin wasn't out of the woods. Never was out of the woods. And so we remain just cautious. Silver, as we discussed, potential. Right? Not a head and shoulders, a potential. Because we do not have the arrogance to say we know for a fact that the sellers are going to come in and take out this neckline of the potential head and shoulders. And even if they did, it wouldn't even matter because it'd be the highest low of the long-term multi-year uptrend. So it's a lose-lose for bears, okay, on silver. And all they're doing is just propping the price above an old 2011, 2012 overhead resistance. It's just incredible. Here's the swing high. Here's another swing high. It's very real, man. You cannot deny its existence and validity. Holding. So if it fails, you can have a measured move up where it's probably going to be at 38.50 or so. But dude, it is like almost above 37.50. It is like nothing. Straight up, straight down. It's like a wormhole to like the 40s on silver. So do not just act like you think, oh, it's going to break down. Not until they're breaking support with resounding price action. It's wild, dude. The metals of the world. And, you know, they're like other ones, right? Oh, platinum, baby. Platinum. Look what they're doing. Remember we saw like 11-year highs on platinum last week, bearish engulfing, but then they're testing 1344, 1346, which is an old overhead resistance from 2021. It's been swing lows from 2011. They're defending that, so like scaled in, it's kind of unreal price action on platinum. It's up 1% on the new day, but they back tested that resistance as support yesterday, July 1st, the first day of the quarter and bi-yearly candle. Unreal. Yeah, oil's up today, but it's still in a bear trend. Okay. Looking at the other metals, though, copper did hit the old all-time high from May last year, and that's it. That's what happened. It was the highest price seen on copper futures since March 27th, and you're just sitting there elevated. Beautiful harmonic framework. Ended up, I guess that was the type 2 maybe. Or they just kind of round tripped it, but look at you now. It's poised for all-time highs on copper. Metals, dude. The metals of the world. Then you have Palladium. Where's my Palladium XPD? Palladium already looks phenomenal. Like you still like good upside 1250, 1500, 1600, maybe 1800 if it's all said and done. But this is a Wyckoff accumulation structure. They jumped across a creek. You're just on the tail end, like the buying. I mean, it's a buying campaign ongoing with a composite operator by the looks of it. And so eventually he'll get his fill of shares or, you know, stock of Palladium, and we'll see. We'll go into a markup phase most likely. It may pull back one or two more times, but you keep making the higher lows, it's just going to be more testament to his accumulation, and then it'll be gone one day, and it'll go on a run like we saw way back yesteryear, way back in 2018. The trend was so good, it just kept going till we eventually saw $3,400. Metals, man, can't make it up. Okay, anyway, so we looked at some commodities. We can look at U.S. oil if you want. I mean, if you really care, it was a Middle Eastern joke session, pump, dump, and you're still in a long-term downtrend. Nothing has reversed the trend yet. What was your most discernible event on the chart? Oh, a bearish back test of a key level as resistance, and at the same time, the lowest high of the entire multi-year downtrend. Okay, that's not good. You're back below the 200-day simple moving average. Not good. The 200 moving average is down sloping. Just a lot of stuff is just not good about U.S. oil yet. The trend's still bearish. That's it. Probably just wait on 60 bucks. That's it. That's your oil for now. Cool. All right, and you want to talk about like immediate. Well, this was an Elon Musk political thing. Trump is now like turning on Elon or something, and yeah, the market hates that. They just don't. So what they do, they gapped it down. You're just sitting at a really important level. We've discussed this. Above $300, you're okay. Swing highs, the old all-time high from 2021. Swing low before a huge rally. I mean, that we know for a fact. This is mega. Not MAGA, but mega. And if it doesn't hold, a lot of downside potential. You could almost imagine M shape, right? X, A, B, C. It's almost like a bearish dragon in development. It's not valid yet, I don't think. Yeah, see, you're right at the dragon spine. Flip this chart over. Oh, yes. Yeah, it's a certain type of dragon. Right? One foot, the second foot, the head, and the spine. And that's it. You're at that supply line, at that demand line. You don't want to lose it, man. Downside 260, 230. Unfilled gap down there too. Ugh. Could be a good opportunity though, maybe for an M-shaped trader. 230s. Do not lose it, chat, or we're screwed on Tesla. But the other side of the thing, of the coin, I guess, would be like, okay, it was not a big deal. It was an overreaction, just like we got, here. And they go to fill the gap. And you go to 318. You recapture 200. All right, maybe you're good. But it's just, we do not have expectations, okay? Because we know it will trigger emotional responses and affect us as traders if we do. So we just know the levels, and we are patiently watching to see if the sellers will take out the demand line or if the buyers will come in and push us and defend this level successfully. That's what we're doing. We're waiting for that. So it's like on the next episode of Dragon Ball Tesla, what happens? That's where we are. Big deal. So NVIDIA, first day of the new month, quarter, bi-yearly candle. You have a sell-off. You were down over 4% at the lows. Kind of an unfilled gap, though, at least, I guess, which is good. But that is kind of a evening star, hanging man, little reversal with some follow-through now. Unfilled gaps below us, which sucks because it's like it would just be, of course, right? The new quarter, new bi-year, they go fill the gaps immediately. Massive rotation in small caps while, NVIDIA reverses. So, I mean, look, dude, here's the thing, right? Late June, and then look, right here in July, they pulled it back, into August. But then it was so bullish that in September they pivoted with a higher low, and then we ran to all-time highs in the latter part of the year. So no edge or anything, no confirmation highs, just kind of, we'll see. They're trying to hold it above the old all-time high. You closed right at it. So you can't be surprised. There's so many unfilled gaps. It would be ridiculous. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. and 5 and 6 and 7. And there's like 8 unfilled gaps from this crazy 70+% rally in 2 months. I think at least a couple of them will fill, right? Even if we pivot and go way higher later. Okay, Meta, right? They hit all-time highs on the close, on Friday, never before seen, and then reversed. Filled the gap. So it's like an evening star reversal with follow through, and there's an unfilled gap right below you at 699. So it's just, man, you're pushing your luck up here. And the problem is you just put in even more bearish divergence. You got to be kidding me. I hope this doesn't play out, but that's like, okay, it's like triple bearish divergence looking right? Don't you agree? Don't you see it? It's like, here's the high, here's the higher high, here's the slightly higher high above all-time highs, and we're back below it with almost no positive momentum. Ugh. And then the RSI now is real nasty. This is nasty, dude. It makes me want to throw up. You have like specimen daily RSI bearish divergence where they why is it specimen? Because you have overbought not once but twice. There was no bearish divergence when the MACD was shown initially, and now they both are showing bearish divergence. So buyers are exhausted, and that's being implied on the daily time scale. I don't know if you can argue with that. I hope it gets invalidated. We're just going all-time highs sooner rather than later, but new quarter, new daily candle, they could funds can reallocate, they pull it back while other things run, and then a little later, a few months later, it pivots and runs again, underperforming bearish divergence because it's so strong, and then we're seeing 811 in a few months. Good stuff, V-Ray. Good stuff, man. Microsoft was just about it. I mean, it hits the target, right? I mean, it hit $500, $500.76, almost hit the 1272, which was 501.35, and then immediately, right? What happened? They painted like a kind of evening star at the psychological level, a green evening star, granted, but now we have follow through of that. So the unfilled gap at 45. Could you be that surprised if somehow we pull back a little bit, like shallow pullback after this? Can't be that surprised. We'll see. Yeah, whatever. Google though got, I mean I'm long on Google. Like, this has been underperforming. I'm hoping that the reallocation has Google in mind. I mean, just think about last quarter. For the first time ever, Google adds dividends. That was not a thing. And then after that, what? Oh, at the same time, $70 billion buyback, and the technicals are good here. I mean, this could obviously fail, but this is an active trade setup, like in the Patreon or whatever. I'm long on it, and I'm good on this thing until it's probably falling below 165. Like, I have high conviction for 191 to $200+. Like, this is like doing the same thing it did last year. But I like the fact that it's just like, look at the weekly, and you're like, oh my God, the old resistance from the old cycle top in 2021 tested once, now twice, and holding. Like, you're thinking 200, but price discovery like 250 plus eventually. Yep, been lagging and did very well today. I would think being down 0.2% on a day with Tesla, Nvidia, Meta taking it on the chin pretty bad. I like that. I think it would be in that category with Apple. Amazon held up pretty well too. But yeah, bearish engulfing candle was on Friday. That bearish divergence is there, but no follow through or anything. You start worrying because now the RSI could be showing divergence, but it's not too bad. Not as maybe concerning as something like you saw that Meta bearish divergence was real bad. There could be more upside. 786, 886 could be tested first. They're not at the deepest retraced thresholds yet, or this one isn't. Then Apple, the one where it's like, hey man, if you wanted to try to manage your risk, stop loss below 195 and just got 216, 220 target. And you painted the highest daily candle close since May 19th, and there it is, chat. Big One's daily candle has closed. So what does that mean? It's not good. It's not a good painted candle because you have now confirmed a bearish engulfing candle with fall through. Traders have settled up below the undeniable key inflection zones bottom, right? The candle close, bearish back test. To break that is never good. And on the new day, guess what? They could run this thing up to test that level, even exceed it for a little while, for a few hours. Asia, they're going to day trade. And then before pre-market, we're back below that level, and it was just a bearish back test. So that could be happening immediately. They do that, man. All right, so just understand they could take the price back up to 106.1. Don't get too excited because that's the bearish back test level. They do that, and then they pull it, and then we go to 103, 102.6 after. So, yeah, don't be surprised. Like, you can't really be, I'm telling you, you can't be in good shape on Bitcoin until you're breaking everything. Until you're pretty much at all-time highs. There's going to be controversy. By the way, again, it's the first of the month. Best time to join the Patreon/Citadel, where you get trade setups, education, access to my charts only. I post every day. I'm pinging you on stuff, scanning through charts. And above all that, you're supporting a 100% crowdsourced streamer who's never monetized a live stream, never pushed affiliate marketing links, declined thousands of sponsorships over 7.5 years doing it. So patreon.com/MidTradeTA. It's pinned above. You're supporting me, you're supporting my team to keep this thing running. I would think, like you joining the Patreon as you voicing your opinion. Hey, I want more content creators who have principles and don't sell out. That's what you do when you join the Patreon for this channel. So thank you. Here's some bad news. I just noticed this too. Gosh dang, it's awful. It's awful. It's a high on price. And it's a lower high on price, barely. And it's much higher levels of positive momentum. Does anyone know what this is, chat? Anyone at all? Make sure, let's see if anyone's learning anything. Watching streams. Anyone know? It's disgusting. What's my latency? I don't know if y'all can hear me or whatever, but yeah, here we go. Yeah, yep, hidden bearish divergence. That's right. Zach, Evan, and James. Implied continuation to the downside. So there's now kind of an edge. There's an edge. Remember the bearish divergence on the MACD Instagram? People are just going to be like, you're not going to give credit to the bearish divergence on the daily that concluded this, all of this in the end. You got rallies, but they never made higher highs.
Thank you for the education you share.
What's up, Anon? Thanks for the 690, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching. No one's going to give credit to that. And now probably no one's going to give credit to this hidden bearish divergence if we mark down to 102.6, 103, and maybe even go to 100 off this. So I'm just telling you, right? You are not in the bullish control zone, right? They couldn't even test 60, the threshold. All right. So what are we going to do? We're going to look at some. There are a couple of requests, I think. So we looked at XRP. James wants DFNS. The defense ETF. Oh, no, sorry. Must be not that. What do we... U.S. Defense Fund. Yeah, but what exchange? UC... are you there, James? What exchange? MIL, London Stock Exchange, Euronext, Paris? Like, which one, man? It's not on the New York Stock Exchange. Let me know. Let me know, man, because I can't really, I don't know, I don't want to look at the wrong one and analyze it and just be like, Yikes. So we'll see if he says something. That was the only request anyway. Dude, this is worse than 2018. That was the year I started, man. Oh boy. Yeah, there is not much to look at on this though. I mean, like, what do? You're looking at ridiculous run. And then like, oh, it's going to top out until it doesn't, right? I mean, sure, someone, of course, could be like, it's going to top, dude. It's going to reverse. It does look like it's toppy, right? It was nasty, down 2.65%. But breaking that level, I guess your target would be like 42.80. Yeah, gap fills, I mean, whatever. But yeah, this is kind of a request. And it's crazy. Probably look at this in log scale and it looks beautiful. Yeah, it's probably a big channel here. I mean, yeah, you get out the equidistant for the big time channel, man. Let's see, how would we... There you go, something like that. Again, you're not trying to take action with this thing. You're trying to just conceptualize the trend. There you go. Nice uptrend, man. But you're at the overbought threshold of the log scale uptrend, that's for sure. So yeah, you could come all the way down to 40 bucks and then you're in oversold territory of the channel, of the trend. Okay, whatever. Let's look at just a few of those that, wow, unreal. Like all of a sudden on the new year or the bi-yearly candle, you got Las Vegas Sands up almost 9%, highest daily candle close confirmed since late January. Looks like you're running to the next resistance here. I mean, big support, big resistance, $51, $53. Looks like it's going. Solar Edge, I'm telling you, I know it was down, but it did not get invalidated at all. This is incredible, man. This is absolutely incredible. They're going for the gap fill, right? It was gapped down 40% or something. But again, the technicals, never the high or low. In fact, it strengthens the argument now for way higher prices if you give it enough time. Now you have a real confirmation low at 1577. You have confirmation of accumulation, the low, the higher low. Now two lows that are higher than the previous low, above the 200 moving average. This Solar Edge looks incredible. Golden Cross, Mother of God, June 18th. And once they're at $23, $40, $30, $42, and it goes on the same type of run. We've seen it go on in 2017 to 2018, 2019 all the way to 2020, 2020 all the way to 2021 plus. So yes, be aware that the composite operator is conducting a buying campaign on this solar company. Okay, it was up 7% today, but give me a break. Bullish hammer, bullish back test of 1577, the official date June 23rd. This is beautiful, man. Something to have. If you want to own something with value, with good upside, Solar Edge looks like it. I don't know what they're going to do, but look, dude, I've been watching some of these YouTube videos on levels, level 2 civilizations, level 3 civilizations. We're level 0 civilization, but by the time we get to level 2, we're beginning to harness the power of our own sun, okay? So that's like the future of advanced civilizations, okay? So Solar Edge going to lead the way, chat. We'll be getting Dysons. We'll be adding a Dyson around our sun, which is the way we will wield the power of our star and our solar system. So Solar Edge is the future, apparently. Not solar panels, but yeah, the other way. All right. Look at some more gainers if you want. Mother of God. Freaking Kellogg. New day, new quarter, new bi-yearly candle. Boom, up 7% off support. Jeez. I mean, that's like an M-shaped type 2 return, actually. Because it really did play out well. I mean, like from that, since it was identified, I mean, it went all the way to 1481. But now you have like, it's late now, but you have the M shape. You've got the type 1 reaction. You got the type 2 return. Pretty cool. All right, nice. So it could be going all the way back up to 2160. Let's look here for some more fun stuff. Oh my goodness. Wow. That is this is really pretty here. General Motors now. They took this thing all the way down to test the old resistance support, and now look, on the new day, new bi-yearly candle, boom, up 5.73%. It's almost like inverse head and shoulders situation, but it's so powerful. There's so much demand that the the right shoulder was that. It was a little nub. That's beautiful. That looks like Chipotle. My God, above the 200-day simple moving average, as you've been struggling with it for most of the year, and now just blasted through it like it was nothing. And you would think, like, oh, look at the supply line here. They broke that. Either way, you anchor like that, that's still valid. They broke it and they back tested it, I guess. But dang, man, looks like we're going to $60, $63 on GM, and now an uptrend. You are uptrending on GM. Okay, you get to say it was a drag in at first, and it turned into an inverse head and shoulders, whatever. That's really strong. Holy crap. Hype in the chat for GM. Oh my God, IP. Look at this price action correlation to this level. If you remember, IP was a godlike trade setup. You know, we talked about cycles. What's up, Mugs, man? This was great.
Mugs tipped $25. Can you check out dollar comp? Looks interesting on the 2D and 3D.
Yeah, but the problem is it's crypto. And you know, crypto is just like... I'd rather probably buy an international paper than crypto. But yeah, we can certainly look at it, dude. Of course, thank you so much for the contribution to the stream, man. Thank you. So no matter what you look at this, like $44 was just a big, you know, a huge level. It was support resistance 2019. You can go back at resistance 2013. I think it goes back more. Maybe not. Maybe that was it. Maybe. Yeah. But that level, like the trend reversed, you know, with the M shapes at levels where, oh yeah, we've seen it before. It's like cyclical. And they ran to the top end of the, you know, like when the cycle ends, it's over. They did that, and you had a nice correction. But now the correction, I mean, going from November to May, it's concluding with a higher low, and this is where possibly we could be running back to go test $57, $58 again. Compass, not comp. Okay, well, we'll definitely do it right now. Let's go to Compass. Bank's been murking it, dude. Doing well. The trend is your friend here, sir, and I know what you're looking at. You're seeing an M shape.
Can we look at Dollar Lulu again? We looked at it a while back. Now it's moving. Any back test coming?
Gills, thanks, dude. Yeah, we'll look at it right after Compass Incorporated. There you go. You got yourself a good little M shape. Very real M shape. In a good trend. It would have been nice to see $5, $4.95, but there was too much demand in January. Still too much demand now. It's hard to say if it's gonna, you know, this is gonna pivot and we're gonna rally and go fill gaps sooner. Someone could be like, it's a bear flag, but they went down and they filled the gap, and the gap fill acted as support, which 18% of the time that happens. I've seen it before on actual banks where the M shapes. Anyone remember back in 2020, like 5+ years ago? I can't remember exactly which one it was. That was the same type of momentum M shape. Was it? I can't remember. Which one was it, chat? Some of y'all might remember. Maybe it was Matthew D, I think, found it. It was incredible. It was almost identical. I think it started with a C or something. I don't think it was Citibank. But, crap, I can't even remember. It's on the tip of my tongue, on the top of my brain. I just can't remember exactly which one it was. Similar-ish to comp or something. Why can I not remember it? But I can, but I can't. Anyway, yeah, if you want value in an uptrend, Compass has it. Value in an uptrend. If you're a long-term holder of Comp, you say, all right, man, 886, retrace value. Yeah, so taking along here, there's nothing wrong with that. Man, which one? Now I'm going to, like, lose sleep over this, trying to remember which one was it. Let me go to, like, my bank watch list and see if I can remember. Man, if someone would remember, I wouldn't even be able to believe that you would remember it. Dang, dude. Nah, it wasn't like Wells Fargo. It was, I think it may not have been a bank exactly, but crap, dude. I want to know now so I can go back and refer to it. Been MVP if we could get that. Maybe it was an oil stock or something. I just can't remember. Nothing sticking out on this watch list. One sec. Oh my God. I think I remember now. I think I remember. Let's go back to 2020. I think it was I'm crazy. 2020. I'm pretty sure it was ConocoPhillips, maybe. And it was right here. I'll show you. Right. It was this. It was a shark in the end. Maybe? Well, no, it ushered in a reversal, but dang, man. I think it was something like this, but I'm just having trouble. Like something like this. Like it was like the trend had already reversed and you were in an uptrend. Then the M shape develops and then it pivots and it runs again. It was something like that, or maybe you could even look at it like it was here too. But yeah, but in the end, right? If you want crazy M shape right here. Okay, anyway, so let's move on. ConocoPhillips though. I think ConocoPhillips starting to show accumulation signatures. Like which, oil stocks started looking okay. But look at that, like 1 and 2, and now what if 3? What if third valley? And it'd be like Google almost, where they break this supply line that goes back to April 2024, dude. We could be onto something massive. Breaking $92, your upside's to 124. So maybe you want to be paying attention to ConocoPhillips here again. Okay, let's go, dude. What happened? What am I upset about, T? Is it a bit, huh? What happened, G-Dog? What am I going to forget? No, it's all good, dude. I think it was ConocoPhillips. Yeah, anyway. Look at these, man. Look at like Valero, remember? The springback test, the breakout. Like this is not over. Oil stocks looking good. Had a real good day today, 2.67% up. Higher low coming in. This is exactly where things went great. So this one, I'm not sure Marathon was good or not. Marathon, look at that. Pretty much going over the high, had the highest close since October. CVX, Real good. Another good day here. Above all, support resistance. Good stuff. Exxon, that's good. Anything above 101, 104 is great. Not sure about OIS though. It's been a while since I looked at this one. Wow, dude. Holy crap. It's like sideways. It's really tough. Almost untradeable. Like, I guess, you know, your target be 820, but Chop City. Occidental, not so great. Man, they 1 and 2 here and 3, and it's like they're the breakout, the back test of the breakout. They're trying to do it. It's kind of crazy here. Anyway, sorry, I went on this little TA rabbit hole. All right, forgive me. And Halliburton was up 4% today. Man, that could be accumulation or bear flag. Bearish consolidation. Could be. ODFL, Brad was mentioning. Yeah, dude. Or maybe it was ODP. I can't remember. I don't remember. ODP, it was at the crazy level, right? Yeah, OD, that's it. Up almost 9%. Yes, highest daily candle close confirmed since February. This was a dream, man. This was like a dream of all dreams. Like, it is the bottom. This is where massive godlike reversals happen over and over and over and over again. The ODP Corporation comet cometh once every 5 years or more. Look at that separation you're getting from the inflection zone after confirming some accumulation locally. Real good. Really good. A lot of upside. Yeah, BT was good because they took it back down to the support and they defended. And it's kind of crazy. Like, it was like once and now kind of twice. So, I mean, either way, whatever happens, easy. It was easier to manage risk at $2. In fact, they recaptured it. They filled the gap and that was it. Of 5.4%. Yeah. Yeah, you had a lot of gainers today. Intel accumulation, right? Still looks good. Sign of strength. That was the highest daily candle close on Intel today since March 27th. And you should like the way it is. I mean, buying campaign, composite operator. Looks good. Trading above the 200, the 50, the 20. Trading above all the moving averages. How often are you able to say that? You're trading below all the moving averages over and over and over. And once you fell below, right, you were trading below the 20, the 50, resistance, rejecting. And then you're just like, it's March 2024. Like, when are you ever trading above all the moving averages until literally like June? Oh, like the moving averages are showing you something very good. Okay, you're about to have a double bullish crossover. The 20 to 50 are going to recross over the 200. So this is the way you want to see moving averages. Okay, because that's a key characteristic that we have not seen on Intel for over a year. So there you have it, man. Intel does look really good. Just letting you know. Moving average is beginning to upslope. When's the last time the 200 moving average was beginning to freaking upslope? Look, you can see down sloping, sideways, slightly beginning to upslope for the first time since when? Since April 25th of last year, so over 1 year. Stuff turning around here. Just pay attention, man. Like I'm warning you, like, don't be surprised we see $35, $36, $42 in the coming 6 months. Whew. Dollar Tree's ripping after they back tested the key levels once, twice, thrice, higher low than the previous low. Look at this run on Dollar Tree, just testament to levels being respected and defended from buyers. Historical levels, 2015, big reversal, 2020, the run to all-time highs. Then the trend reversed, right? Started with the confirmation high, then the sell-off, then the lower high 886 bearish bat, right? Then the sideways, another lower high, sell-off, another lower high, lower low, lower highs, 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 lower lows, and then finally hit a bottom. And it's been going on a really good run since April. Cool to see. Lows, there you go, man. Boom, new month, new quarter. Confirmation low, 208. Real nice to see a big pop today. Bullish engulfing candle, highest daily candle close confirmed since May 20th. Good stuff there. Got a lot of work to do, but that's a good start. And in reality, long-term uptrend. Higher highs, higher lows. Highest high, hot, rivaling the highest lows. So yeah, lows probably good long-term. Gills wants to see Rimon. Let's pull it up because it was at 3% today. Yeah, you got yourself a little type 2 return, maybe of a shark pattern. Though the problem with this one is like you're trading below supports, right? They could be. Now look at this hammer. This is a really good looking hammer. All right, beautiful bullish hammer reversal on a possible type 2 return. But the beauty of this RSI from a low to the lower low, you've got like undeniable bullish divergence and oversold territory. So sellers are exhausted on Lulu. Exhausted. Not on the MACD though, but it would be just nice. We really want to see it get back up to 266, 288. But you have the harmonic framework if you could even believe it. It's there. They're recapturing the April 1st low. They've recaptured the August 2nd, 2024 low. So I guess that might be your cutoff. If you really want to take advantage and try to play Rimon, maybe just cut your losses below 225 at this point. That would be like, nope. But if this is real, your target is easily the gap fill at 329. Okay, Gills? Very interesting here. Yes, very interesting. I mean, it's just the harmonic framework, man. There you go, dude. All right, my stomach is eating itself. I had another second day in a row of training. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I need to eat. There's a lot of assets we could look at. I'm just done. So, thanks for coming out, everyone. Be sure to join the Patreon/Citadel if you haven't. Best time to join, first of the month. So don't be mad at me that sellers took out key levels and there's a lot of downside to at least 102.6, 103 next, and if that doesn't hold, then 100,000 would be the target. So understand we could rally this all the way back up to 106.1 and we get a formal bearish back test because they broke it. Maybe they want to test and confirm early on the new day that what was once resistance is resistance again before rolling over. So just pay attention. Thanks for likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. I'll just be back until next time. Respect the T. Hey.
It's good. Thumbs up emoji, chat. Thanks, Mitch.